This is more complicated than I thought.
As a surgeon and medical researcher who has spent more than 40 years studying why seniors lose their mobility, I can tell you that poor leg circulation is one of the most dangerous and underrated conditions adults over 60 face. And most people do not realize how quickly it can steal strength, balance, and independence. In my clinical work, I have operated on countless patients who came in complaining of heavy legs, cold feet, swelling, or cramps, only to discover that their circulation had been declining quietly for years without a single warning from their body until the damage was already severe. And in my research lab, we found something that shocked even us. Walking alone, which most seniors rely on for leg health, does not properly activate the deep vascular channels that supply oxygen to the muscles. Once circulation begins to fail, the arteries become less responsive, the pressure weakens, and the smallest vessels shut down first, which is why seniors start feeling numbness and tingling before anything else. But when we tested specific targeted exercises designed to force circulation deeper into the legs, the results were dramatic. Blood flow increased measurably within minutes, swelling reduced within days. Patients who struggled to lift their feet began walking again with more stability. And when we placed sensors on their legs, the changes were so strong that several researchers repeated the tests multiple times to confirm the readings. In this video, we will reveal the 5 surgeon-approved exercises for poor circulation after 60. And stay with us because number 2 can reopen deep vessels responsible for strength and healing. Reference research is listed in the description if you want to review the scientific data yourself. But before we dive in, here's a quick question from where you are watching us. Tell us below because we read and respond to every comment to support this community. Now, let us begin with number 5, because this first exercise appears simple but rapidly activates circulation in a way most seniors never expect. Number 5. Exercise number 5. Standing heel raises with progressive hold technique. The standing heel raise might seem like the simplest exercise in the world, but when performed with the progressive hold technique I'm about to teach you, it becomes a circulation powerhouse that literally forces fresh blood through your entire lower leg network. You see, your calf muscles act like a secondary heart for your legs, something medical professionals call the calf muscle pump or the peripheral heart. And every time you contract these muscles by rising up on your toes, you're essentially squeezing blood upward against gravity, like wringing out a sponge. The key to maximizing this exercise's circulation benefits lies in understanding that your gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, which are the 2 main calf muscles, contain specialized valves that prevent blood from flowing backward. And when you perform heel raises with the proper technique, you're creating a pressure differential that can increase venous return by up to 40%, according to research from the University of Pennsylvania. To perform this exercise correctly, stand with your feet hip-width apart, keeping your weight evenly distributed across the balls of both feet. Then slowly rise up onto your toes while counting to 3. Hold at the peak position for a full 2 seconds while consciously squeezing your calf muscles as if you're trying to crack a walnut between them. Then lower back down over another 3 seconds, ensuring you never fully relax at the bottom to maintain constant tension. The progressive element comes from gradually increasing your hold time at the top position by 1 second each week until you're holding for up to 10 seconds, which research shows creates something called metabolic stress that triggers your body to grow new capillaries, essentially building new highways for blood flow. Start with 3 sets of 15 repetitions, performing this exercise twice daily, once in the morning to jumpstart circulation after a night of lying flat, and once in the evening to combat the blood pooling that naturally occurs from sitting or standing throughout the day. The beauty of this exercise is that you can do it anywhere, whether you're waiting for your coffee to brew, standing in line at the grocery store, or even while brushing your teeth. And many of my patients report feeling a warm, tingling sensation in their legs within minutes of completing their sets, which is actually fresh oxygenated blood flooding into previously stagnant areas. For maximum benefit, try performing this exercise barefoot on a slightly elevated surface, like a thick book or a low step, which increases the range of motion and activates even more muscle fibers, leading to greater circulation improvements. Get ready, because the next exercise takes things to a whole new level by targeting blood flow in ways you've never imagined. But before we continue, if you've been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 4. Seated leg extensions with ankle flexion combo. While most people think leg extensions are just for building quad strength, the seated version, combined with strategic ankle flexion, creates a double-action pump that floods your entire leg with fresh blood while simultaneously training the often neglected tibialis anterior muscle that runs along your shin. This exercise is particularly powerful because it addresses what vascular specialists call the venous stasis problem, where blood tends to pool in the lower legs when we sit for extended periods, which happens to be exactly what most people over 60 do for an average of 8 to 10 hours every single day, according to CDC data. The magic happens because when you extend your leg forward while simultaneously pulling your toes back toward your shin in what's called dorsiflexion, you're creating a synchronized contraction pattern that squeezes blood vessels from multiple angles, essentially creating a milking action that forces stagnant blood back toward your heart while pulling fresh, oxygenated blood into your leg tissues. To perform this circulation-boosting combo correctly, sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and both feet flat on the floor. Then slowly extend one leg straight out in front of you while keeping your thigh pressed against the chair seat. And as you reach full extension, pull your toes back toward your shin as hard as you can, creating maximum tension through your entire leg from hip to toe. Hold this position for 3 full seconds while imagining you're trying to push an invisible wall away with your heel. Then slowly lower your leg back down over a 4-second count, ensuring you never fully relax at the bottom to maintain constant tension. The key to maximizing circulation benefits is to perform this exercise in what I call circulation circuits, doing 10 repetitions on your right leg, immediately followed by 10 on your left, then repeating this pattern for 4 complete rounds without any rest between legs, which creates a continuous pumping action that can increase blood flow velocity by up to 55% based on Doppler ultrasound studies. What makes this exercise especially effective for people over 60 is that it strengthens the muscles around your knee joint while improving circulation, essentially killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And because you're seated, there's 0 impact on your joints, making it perfect even if you have hip or knee injuries that prevent you from doing standing exercises. For advanced variation that really supercharges blood flow, try adding resistance by wrapping a resistance band around your ankle or wearing ankle weights, starting with just 1 or 2 pounds and gradually increasing as your circulation improves over the weeks. Many of my patients are amazed when they notice their feet feeling warmer and looking pinker after just 1 week of doing this exercise twice daily. And several have reported that their chronic ankle swelling has decreased by more than half within the first month. The exercise I'm about to reveal next is where things get really interesting because it uses a principle most doctors don't even know about. Number 3. Wall sit with calf pulse technique. The wall sit with calf pulse technique combines isometric muscle contraction with rhythmic pumping to create what exercise physiologists call a perfusion pressure gradient, which essentially means you're forcing blood through even the tiniest capillaries that normal exercises can't reach. This exercise is based on breakthrough research from the European Journal of Applied Physiology, showing that isometric exercises, where muscles contract without moving, can actually lower blood pressure while simultaneously improving circulation more effectively than traditional cardio exercises in people over 60.
The genius of this technique lies in the fact that when you hold a wall sit position, you're creating sustained compression on the major arteries in your thighs. And then when you add the calf pulse element, you're creating rapid pressure changes that literally blast blood through vessels that may have been partially blocked or narrowed from years of poor circulation. To perform this powerful exercise, find a clear wall space and stand with your back flat against it. Then walk your feet forward about 2 feet while sliding your back down the wall until your thighs are parallel to the floor, creating a 90-degree angle at both your knees and hips, making sure your knees stay directly above your ankles, not pushed forward past your toes. Once you're in this position, which already starts improving circulation just by holding it, begin performing rapid calf raises by pushing up onto your toes and immediately dropping back down, creating a pulsing motion at a rate of about 2 pulses per second, which research shows is the optimal frequency for maximizing blood flow velocity. The combination of the sustained thigh contraction from the wall sit and the rhythmic calf pumping creates what vascular specialists call a peripheral muscle pump cascade, where blood